Hello everyone and welcome back to this video. Today we address the no-code editor. Before we dive in, we need to understand the philosophy of the tool and how it was thought throughout. The template is the organization of the informations on the signature. These informations can take the characteristics of the user and the organization it is part of. The user information can be the first name, the job title, and so on, and the organization level informations can be the logo, the colors, but it can also be website or social networks, for example. So the sum of all of these informations will be spatially organized in the template of the signature in a certain way, in a certain size, and these are the things that can be prepared very precisely by the no-code editor. Let's see together how it works. So you can find the editor in the design section of your dashboard. When you create a new template, you can choose one that has the no-code badge. The editor is organized in sections. In the center, you have the preview with all the informations and variables organized. On the top left corner, you have structural elements to spatially organize all the variables and informations that you need. And in the content, you can drag and drop all the informations and variables that you need onto the preview. We will try that in a second together. On the top, you have the possibility to preview, and when you do it, you have the example of the actual result with the example of a user. You also have the possibility to preview a specific organization. Remember, the color is set on the organization level, so when you change the organization, you can actually see how the template is affected by the different informations and colors filled in the organization level, just like this example. Now, if I focus on the preview and a specific element, when I click on it, I opened the last section, the properties, and here I can very easily affect the element I have chosen. I can affect its size thanks to the selector. I can change the format. Here it is in bold. I can take it away, and just like so, I can do it for the italic or underline. And again, the colors. So the base and pop colors are usually based on your logo, but you can also custom your own color. And when you click on it, you can custom it by the code that you have or the selector, or again, you can just simply pick the color from somewhere. Now, I went a little crazy, so I can go back and undo my actions just here. And that way, you can safely explore and tweak all the elements without worrying about starting all over or affecting the final result. And you can actually see all the options at your own pace with having the perfect result at the end. You can affect all the elements just like we've seen. And here I took the example of the full name. Now I know it is the full name because if I take away the preview, I have the name of the elements and the variables in the preview without the toggle right here. So here it is the full name. If I were to want the first name only, I can go and fetch it right here, change the first name, and when I toggle back the preview, I can see that it has changed into Marina only as requested. Now we've seen together that we can affect all the elements present in the preview, but if anything is absent, it is a great opportunity to jump back to the content we have mentioned before. If an element is absent here in the preview, I can go and fetch it in the content section. I can drag and drop the logo, for example, because it is not present here. When I drag and drop an element, I have the information of whether or not it is possible thanks to the line, which turns red when it's not possible and green when it is. So if I want to drop it under the avatar, I will do it like this. I will do a line break under the avatar and then drag and drop the logo underneath. Now that it is present in the preview, I can alter it just like the others and change the size, for example. Now you may have noticed that the editor is organized in a table, which means that there is an important notion to have in mind. An element is part of a bigger cell, which we call a parent. We can affect these parents by going to the arrow pointing up, select parent, and then you can see that the properties are different. Now, if I want to affect an even bigger parent, I'll do it again, and the properties are different once again. You can affect very precisely the spatial arrangement of your elements, and that way you can get closer to the most effective email signature for your company and your own needs. We are happy to help. If you encounter any problems, you can contact us directly, and I will see you on the next one.